Today we got a fun-filled episode, let me tell you. It's going to take us all day. But what we're going to do today is we're canning tomatoes and spaghetti sauce. Carmen's just is famous. It's out of this world. We actually is one of the few things that we have an actual recipe to. We've got some basic recipes on everything else, you know, that we've been doing, but this is a tried and true recipe. We've got it down to the milligram, you know, in the measurements. But it's really good. But what we're doing now, we canned some salsa yesterday and just some mild, and I've actually got a pot going simmering right now, and it's the hot mix, you know, Mrs. Waves is what we've been using, and it turns out really well. But we got this going. We're going to show you how to, from start to finish on some of this, how to sterilize, you know, how to get ready and all that kind of stuff, and from start to finish basically. But we'll keep y'all in line as much as we can, and we'll show y'all in a little bit. All right, then. All right, we're back. What we're doing now is we're doing just a little bit of prep work, and we're just basically getting jars sterilized. We're boiling a little bit of or scalding a little bit of tomatoes today, just because we got so many. We've got 100 pounds, so it's going to be a long process. But anyway, we're boiling them up, scalding them, and going to get some of them off. But I'm going to show you here what we're doing as far as to get the jars sterilized and the tomatoes scalded, and we'll go from there. And what we did as far as sterilizing the jars, we just took a pot of boiling water and just laid them over sideways in it and just let them run around, roll around, and you know, for a few minutes, and stood them up and drained the water out of them. We used the jar grabber, whatever, jar pliers. We use that to grab them with, and just drain the water out of them and set them out to dry, because I mean all the water will evaporate out of them, and they, you know, they're nice and they're sterile. We've been doing it for years like this, and that's how they come out good. All right, and what we did with the tomatoes, we cored them out, and we actually, on the back side, you make an X in them. That's all you got to do. And when you put these things in the water to scald, and you're going to notice they're going to start busting, they'll start peeling, and that's when they're ready. And then what we're going to do is we're going to end up putting them in cold water in the sink, just regular, you know, tap water temperature, cold water, and let them sit for a little bit, and it makes them 1,000 times easier to peel, and everything, it just comes out better. Alright, see, that's what you're looking for. That skin's going to wrinkle up and split like that. That's how you know it's ready. And you just want to take those off and put them in a pot and transfer them, or however you want to transfer them to your water, your water bath. And like I said, let them bathe for about 10 minutes and cool off, and then you can peel them. See how easy that peeling comes off? Man, I'm telling you, it just takes all the fun out of it. On to the next step. This is what they're going to look like after you peel them. See how nice and pretty those are? And that skin just absolutely just falls off of them after they cool off a little bit. Once those tomatoes have cooled down enough where you can cut them, it's a simple, just cut them. It's going to be a rough chop, because they're going to cook down in that spaghetti sauce anyway, so that's all you got to do right there. Just cut them about 3 times one way and 3 or 4 times the other way, and that's it. That's all you're looking for, because like I said, they're going to cook down. Keep all the juice and everything, just keep it in a pot or wherever you're going to cook it in. Actually, Alright, we got everything prepped up and ready to go. We've got the tomatoes done. There's 25 pounds of tomatoes that are cut up, juice and all. And then we're going to start the recipe and mix it in as we go, then we'll go from there. But we're going to have, I'm not giving the exact measurements, it'll be in the at the end in the recipe. We've got diced onions, bell pepper, and the garlic that we minced earlier. And we've got tomato paste here, and that's been watered down a little bit with some of the tomato juice, just so it flows smooth, because that stuff's thick as all get out. Y'all know that. But tomato paste is in. Now we're going on. We mix the salt and sugar together and just put them in one bowl, but there's salt and sugar in here, and that's table salt. Then we've got vegetable oil. You can use canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever kind of oil you want to use. We've got Worcestershire sauce. And here's the dry ingredients. We've got crushed red pepper, bay leaves, we've got parsley, basil, and oregano. We're going to put all that in there. we're gonna mix all this up till it's nice and blended and married together, and then we're gonna bring this up to a good simmer, and it's just gonna simmer, just simmer, cook for hours, like Carmen said, just as long as you want to let it cook. The more you cook it, the better off it's gonna be. All right, there it is. It's getting ready. Simmering. We've been simmering for a couple hours now. And that is a little over 5 gallons of that spaghetti sauce we're going to can up. We got tomatoes, just standard tomatoes we're going to can up. And that all we do is put garlic and salt and pepper in them. We don't overly season them because that's just the base for everything. Got those going. We got more tomatoes over here we got to get done. This is going to be the last of them. But we ended up having 125 pounds of tomatoes. That was 5 boxes of tomatoes. So I hope we got enough jars. We got all these jars here. We got some more sitting around, but we've also got another dozen brand new ones. So we'll see what's going on. But I'm going to tell you right now, if y'all had smell-o-vision, it's just crazy up in here. In a little bit, still got a bunch out here that we still got to do, but we're doing these right now. And they've got garlic. We minced up garlic, fresh garlic, and salt and pepper in them, like I said earlier. But you just gonna fill them up, and then, man, you talking about pretty. Make sure you keep your pot stirred around so you get an equal amount of juice and tomatoes in the same ladle, or in the same jar. You know, everything's consistent. Because if not, them tomatoes will settle on the bottom. You have all juice. Look how pretty that is. Nice and bright. Fill it up to about right there. That's it. That's all you want in there. No more. You don't want to fill it all the way slam full. We're going to bring it here and show you again. Get these seals out of there. Center it on the top. Get you a ring. Put it on there finger tight. When that thing stops, just a little bit more, because you don't want to seal it down right now, because that steam's got, when you water bathe that steam's still going to escape out of it in this boiling water, and it's got to have somewhere to escape. But this is what you're looking for. I mean, they're right, so you don't have to always get them up to the very top, that kind of thing, but I mean, that's going to be good. We're heating up the water to water bathe them. We're going to water bathe these for 45 minutes set, and go from there. And we got spaghetti sauce still coming over here, and it probably needs a good stir to it. But we're letting some of that liquid evaporate off of them, and we're gonna cook this. You talking about this has been cooking for, I don't know, a little over 2 hours, and it's probably gonna cook another 2 hours before we decide to can it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that ain't nothing but ferocious right there. That's fitting if I ever seen it. But we'll get back with y'all in a little while. Alright, y'all, this is a crowning glory right here. Look at that. Look at the consistency of that. And we've been taste testing it. I'm going to tell you right now, I think that's, I mean, even though it's basically the same recipe every time, this is some of the best we've ever made. But that, I mean, that is some good stuff right there. We got our water bath going still, and we're going to end up, we got one more batch of tomatoes that we're doing, and we're just doing those for canning tomatoes. You know, we'll put some garlic, like we said, salt and pepper in them, and just put them up for whatever. But this right here is what's going on now. And I'm gonna show y'all a couple jars, then we'll show y'all the end result. And this is a long process. We started out with all this at about what, 9-10 o'clock this morning? About 9-10 o'clock this morning, and it's been going all day. But this is, I mean, it's a labor of love. I mean, it's gonna take forever to do this. But I'm telling you, the end result is awesome. And what we paid for the tomatoes, I mean, we didn't grow them. I'd love to have been able to grow them, but we didn't grow them. But what we got them for, I mean, you're still cost effective. I mean, you're not overly expensive. We're going to get these going, and we'll show y'all. I just want to let y'all see. This is before we water bathe them now. And I'm telling you right now, that's great. This is before we water bathe them. We're going to water bathe them for 45 minutes. just to make sure they're good and sealed. And once again, just finger tight. I mean, look, see, all I'm doing is moving the jar, and that's all you want. We'll do one more, and then we'll skip to the finished product. We appreciate y'all watching. I mean, if you like what we're doing, like and subscribe. Obviously, I mean, we love showing y'all what we got going on, and this stuff we do every day. But we're gonna get her done, and we'll show y'all the finished product, and we'll talk to y'all in a little while.
All over.
Oh shit. Canned some salsa yesterday and just some mild, and I've actually got a pot going simmering right now that's going to be the hot stuff. It's got jalapeno.